In this video, I'm going to be showing you the ultimate ROI calculator that every realtor currently doing lead generation absolutely needs. Whether you're working with Zillow, a marketing agency, running Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it may be, if you don't have insight on these 15 metrics, you'll have no clue how profitable your lead gen methods actually are, and you'll have no predictability within your business. So with that being said, let's dive in. So right here is the calculator pulled up. Essentially, these are the 15 metrics we're going to want to be tracking. So starting off, there's the average deal value. This is essentially the average home price in your market. Then it's going to automatically calculate the average commission based off of a 2.5% commission rate. Then you want to input your average cost per lead. And I did have a video breaking down how to get this and also the top 7 KPIs that you should be tracking. So if you haven't watched that, you can go watch that now. But essentially how you find out your cost per lead, if the advertising platform doesn't have it for you, is just by taking your marketing spend divided by the amount of leads you got. So let's say you spent $1,000 on ads and ended up getting 100 leads. Your average cost per lead would then be $10. Now from there, you're going to want to input your monthly ad spend, and then it's going to automatically spit out the number of leads you get per month, and then also calculate your estimated appointments per month at a 10% conversion rate from leads to appointments. Now, this conversion rate may vary. You may end up converting 20% of leads to appointments or even more, but staying conservative here, a 10% lead to appointment booking rate, and then the actual number of deals per month you're going to get based off of a 25% close rate. Now, if you know you're a master salesperson, you can change this to 30, 40, 50%. But once again, right here, I like to always stay very conservative when calculating your estimated deals. Now from there, the calculator is going to automatically input your leads over 6 months, your appointments over 6 months, and then the number of deals over 6 months. And then of course your ad spend over 6 months so that we can calculate it on a longer time horizon, because as you know, in real estate, sales cycles are longer, things take time, and also depending on how much you're spending, you may not even get a deal within your first month with whatever you're doing. So that's why it's very important to look over a longer time horizon, whether you're running ads, working with an agency, using Zillow, etc., because the ROI might not be there in the first month or even 2 months. However, over a 6-month time horizon, it could be an absolute different story. And once again, that is the entire point of this deal calculator, so you can actually see what you're on track to do with your current lead gen efforts. And then at the bottom, you're going to see your estimated commission, your estimated ROI, monetary wise, and then also your ROI percentage. And in general, just know you're going to want this to usually be anywhere from 700% all the way to 1,000. If it's anything over 1,000, then that's absolutely phenomenal. If it's anything less than 700% in regards to your return on ad spend, then you're going to have a hard time scaling. But yeah, with that all being said, it'll be a lot easier for me to just show you how this works. So let's go through it. Let's say we're in a market where the average home price is $350,000. The average commission on that will be $8,750. And let's say our average lead cost is $15 per lead. Now from here, we're going to put in our monthly ad spend. So let's say we're spending $1,000 a month on ads. Now everything is going to populate. So let's just walk through it. At an average cost per lead of $15 and spending $1,000 a month on ads, we're going to get 67 leads on average. If 10% of those convert into appointments, that should bring us 7 appointments. And then if we're closing at 25%, that'll bring us 1.7 deals per month. So about 1 to 2 deals a month. And now looking over a 6-month time horizon, we're going to have a total of 400 leads in the pipeline over that 6 months. We should take 40 appointments, and of those, at least 10 should close. So you're spending a total of $6,000 on ads to get 10 deals. And in this case, where the average deal size is almost $9,000, your estimated GCI would be $87,000. And your estimated monetary ROI would be $81,000, which is a 1,300% return on investment, which, if you ask me, that is absolutely phenomenal. That is turning $1 into $13.50, which personally I would do all day, every day. Now, let's say the numbers are a bit different. Let's say the average house price is $200,000 and your average lead cost with whatever marketing you're doing is pretty high and it's $40 per lead and you're only spending $600 a month on ads. Now, as you can see, you're only going to be getting 15 leads that should bring about 2 appointments, and you're going to be closing less than a deal a month on average. And looking over a 6-month time horizon, 9 appointments, an estimated 2 deals from that. The average commission on that is only $5,000. So after spending $3,600, you're going to make $11,000, which is $7,000 in profit or a 212% return on your investment. So still not bad. You're still very profitable with that. However, if you were paying someone to run this for you, let's say Zillow or some agency, etc., then you'll have to take that into account too, which is why, once again, we usually want to be closer to the 700% because at scale, and if you're paying someone for management, that will eat into your profits. Now, one thing I also want to show you is what if you're an absolute killer on the phone, killer salesperson, you're great at getting appointments and you're great at closing them. Well, these numbers will change drastically. So let's say that you end up converting 20% of leads to appointments and you end up closing 45% of the appointments you take. Now, as you can see, the ROI changed drastically. Just from setting more appointments and closing more appointments, you now went from $39,000 in estimated revenue to $141K in GCI. Once again, just by converting more leads to appointments and closing more deals. So sales ability has a huge role in this, and it'll have a huge role in your profitability when you are doing lead gen. Now, along with that, your market also has a big effect because right here, we've been using a $350,000 average deal value. But what if you're somewhere, let's say California, and the average home price is $1 million? Now, even if you had more expensive leads, let's say $50 leads, and you're spending, let's say $1,000 a month on the ads, you're still going to be wildly profitable despite the higher lead costs because your average commission is so much higher. So even though over 6 months, you may only get 3 deals, the commission on those deals is so much higher that your ROI is going to be 1,500% or $95,000 profit on $101,000 of revenue. Now, I hope all this is making sense to you guys. And by the way, I will be linking to this deal calculator in the description and in the pinned comment down below. So if you do want to plug in your own numbers from your current lead generation, whether that's Zillow, your own ads, etc., then just click the link below to get this calculator. Now, right now, there might be something going through your mind if you are currently paying someone to manage your lead gen, and that is, how can we take that into account on top of the ad spend? Well, right here, as you can see, there is another version of the deal calculator. Now, this one right here has a spot for the program investment over 6 months. So this is going to be if you're paying some sort of lead generation company, some agency, whether you're paying Zillow, whatever it is. This right here, you'll just put the total investment over 6 months right here. So if you're under a yearly contract, just take that yearly contract, divide it by 2. That's the investment over 6 months. If you're paying someone monthly, just multiply the monthly management by 6 months, etc. Very, very self-explanatory. So right here, we can start going through this again. So let's say the average deal value is $400,000. From here, the average lead cost they're getting, let's say they're getting $10 leads, and you're spending $600 a month on ads. From here, you can see all these numbers autofill, and then we just want to put in the program investment. So let's just say you're spending $1,000 a month on their actual management fee. Just for simplicity's sake, that will be $6,000 over 6 months. And from there, as you can see, your estimated GCI right here is going to be $90,000. That is because you're getting 60 leads a month, 6 appointments a month, and an average of 1.5 deals closed, which over a 6-month period should be about 9 deals at an average commission of $10,000. And with that being said, you're going to be spending $6,000 to them and then $3,600 on ads, which brings your total investment to $9,600. And with that being said, you're going to be profiting $80,400, and your estimated ROI is 837%, aka turning $1 into $8.37, which once again is worth it every single day of the month. Now, one other thing I want to emphasize is the fact that when doing lead gen, you're not always going to get a deal every single month, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that the lead gen service is bad. That doesn't mean that the ads are unprofitable. Once again, because you just need to look on a longer time horizon if it makes sense. Now, there are cases when it's not going to make sense to continue with something, or you're going to have to make adjustments because the numbers aren't there, but that is what this calculator is for. So with that, I'll give you two examples. One being this isn't going to be profitable or it's just not worth it. And then number two is going to be you're not getting a deal per month, but it's still worth it in the end. And you should continue running those ads or running with that service, etc. So as you can see right here, I have an example pulled up where the average house price is $250,000, which is an average commission of $6,000. Now right here, as you can see, the average lead cost is very high. So if this is a marketing agency, they're not doing too great. With that, it's going to be an average of 25 leads per month, 3 appointments, and 0.6 deals a month. And that's all at a $1,000 monthly ad spend. So looking at the 6-month numbers, that'll really only result in 4 deals. Once again, the deal value isn't that high. And if you're paying them $6,000 and paying $6,000 for your ads over that period of time, you're spending a total of $12,000 to only make $23,000. Now, yes, in this case, you are still profitable. You're turning $1 into $2. But for all that work, just to keep half of your commission that you're generating, I would say is not worth it in that case. And I would look either elsewhere, or you're going to have to solve this lead cost, because if this was down at $15, then that would be a lot better. You would be spending $12,000 to make $62,000, which would make a lot more sense. Now, right here, I have an example pulled up where the average house price is close to $1 million. The average lead cost is $25, and that's really only going to result in 24 leads a month, 2 appointments, and 0.6 deals per month. And that's all at a $600 monthly ad spend. Now, the thing is, if we look over a 6-month period, we're going to have 4 estimated deals from $3,600 in ad spend. Let's say that you're paying someone $6,000 to do this for that 6 months. You're spending a total of $9,600. But in this case, you're going to be making $85,000 from those 4 deals. And with that being said, you're left with $75,000 in profit, and that's a 790% ROI, or a 7.9x ROAS. And for those of you who don't know, ROAS is just return on ad spend. Essentially, 7.9x means that you're turning $1 into $7.90, which once again, that is a deal I would take all day. In this case, I would crank up ad spend as much as humanly possible. If you could spend $2,000 on ads, then at these numbers, as you can see right here, you will hit $285K in GCI just from spending a total of $18,000 over that 6 months. And once again, this is why this deal calculator is so powerful, because when you start seeing the profitability of the ads, when you know you have a healthy ROI, you can then crank up your ad spend as much as you want and essentially print money legally. Now, the one caveat with this is you would need the bandwidth to actually handle the amount of leads and appointments you're getting. So if our average lead cost, let's say, was $10, average house price was $500,000, as you can see right here, the ROI is very, very good. However, over a 6-month period, you're going to be dealing with 1,200 leads, 120 appointments, and 30 transactions. So in that case, you might need a team, people under you, VAs, ISAs, whatever it is, to help you handle these leads. So you will need the infrastructure to support it. However, at these numbers, you know that you can spend $2,000 on ads and get a 1,900% ROI, or a 19x ROAS on that. And with that, that would be extremely, extremely healthy and very, very profitable. So with that all being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was valuable to you. And if you are a real estate agent, I highly recommend you use this yourself. Plug in your current numbers with whatever agency or lead gen, Zillow, whatever you're doing. Plug in your numbers and get an idea of your estimated ROI over a 6-month period. And once again, if you don't know your numbers, such as your average lead cost, your appointment booking rate, your close rate, etc., that is something that you have to get on, because as a business owner, you need to know your numbers so that you can have very, very clear predictability within your business. So if you haven't already, go check out my 7 KPI video. I'll link it in the description along with the link to this deal calculator. So go and grab that right now. And with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week.